Before we get into the video, I just want to say that this is my very first impressions video over a video game. I know I've done trailers in the past on this channel, but this is what the pinnacle of the channel is probably going to be. I want to do a lot of first impressions videos because I get to play these games for about 4 or 5 hours and then give you my honest opinion. And that's what I kind of want to get across, is these opinions are just my honest opinion. Positive or negative, they're just an opinion. I'm going to try to incorporate the cost and my experience with the game, and to kind of give you guys a judgment on, yo, you should buy it. Even though I played a couple of hours, this is the cost of it. I want you guys to play it. I want you guys to go get it because it is pretty good. Or I might say the opposite, say it's pretty bad. So that's all I got to say. We're going to jump into the video, so roll the intro. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is developed by Ninja Theory. I don't know if you guys necessarily remember who Ninja Theory is. They did the development on Heavenly Sword back in the beginning of the PS3 era, and they also did a Devil May Cry game, I believe. So I played about 2 or 3 hours of this game. It's fairly short. It's actually about 6 or 7 hours, so I'm about halfway through. You play as a Celtic warrior named Senua that suffers from psychosis, and she's on a self-made journey. And I don't want to get too deep into the story because I don't want any spoilers, but with the presentation and the overall experience of Hellblade is what I love so much. It's absolutely beautiful, it's absolutely astonishing, and it has a very dark vibe and a very dark setting that kind of spews out small, lush, beautiful moments at you. So with Senua actually suffering from psychosis, she has these voices in her head. Now, in the beginning of the game tells you, like, you should play with headphones on. So, of course, I love playing with headphones, so I definitely do that. I recommend it 100% because these voices are going inside the headphones, and they're like, some are on like one side of your ear, like on the left side, and some are on the right, and they're just talking. And throughout the whole game, they encourage Senua, and sometimes they even put her down. And with these voices, since there's no HUD, there's no map, there's no waypoint, these voices actually help you on your journey. They progress the story, and they also help you in combat. They tell you when people are behind you. They tell you if your enemy's gonna die. They tell you if you're gonna die, and it makes this great immersion with the player to the game, and it just kind of puts you inside of Senua's head, and I love it. It's been a great experience to me throughout the whole game so far. With the gameplay, the game is actually broken up in areas with puzzles, and when you solve a puzzle, you go on to the next area. It kind of slows down the pace of the game sometimes when you get out of like a fight or something like that, and you kind of got to figure out a puzzle. It kind of slows it down, but as you walk through the world and as you solve more puzzles, the story unravels more and more, and these voices get to talking. And I love that because the story is so compelling and it's so good that when you're just walking around, you're just kind of listening. You're listening to what the voices are saying, and you're listening to the whole story just unravel. And it just keeps it very interesting. It's like watching a Netflix series. You just want to keep watching and just see where it all goes. And this story has just been so good to me that I love just kind of traversing the world. With the fighting and the death penalty, it's a little bit like Dark Souls. The fighting, you need to kind of stay back. You can kind of, hack and slash, swing your way through it, but sometimes you can end up on the wrong side of the death screen. Now with the death penalty, Senua actually has an infection in her arm called the Dark Root, I believe, and when every time you die, it moves up her arm. But when it gets to her head, your complete save file is gone. You have to completely start over. So, yeah, the fighting may seem a little easy, but with that element, it makes it very intense. So every time you die, you're getting closer to to completely starting over. It's crazy. And I think that really makes the fighting more intense, and it makes the whole game more intense. You don't know what's gonna happen, especially if it's your first playthrough. You don't know what's gonna happen. So I really love that. It makes it so much intense, so much more intense. With my overall satisfaction of the game, the story, I feel like Ninja Theory is overpowering with the story over the gameplay. The story overpowers the gameplay, and you can tell that to somebody and they might not like that. I feel like this game won't be for everybody. But if you love story-based games, this game is perfect for you, especially at the price of $30. It is perfect. So far, I just love the game, and I love the overall experience. I feel like I'm getting just the best experience for just $30. So since the story overbears the gameplay is pretty simple with the buttons. There's no progression, there's no loot or anything like that. There's no way to upgrade your character necessarily. I feel like you guys should get this game at $30, and it's a really great game, and my experience with it has been fantastic so far. So let me know if you guys want me to do a full review over it. I will. If you guys want me to give like an actual number score to it. So just let me know in the comments, and I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. All right, peace. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like that video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the Seoul Dojo gaming channel. We're going to have a lot more coming. We're going to have your gameplays, reviews, and first impressions of all the hottest games releasing. So you guys have a good day. Peace.